So the BBC report, which aired on Wednesday, described an attack on a 21-year-old NHS worker and musician known as K or K Dog. BBC One Extra presenter broadcaster Sideman has officially quit. I don't know if you guys are aware. If you're not aware, but a BBC presenter used the N-word during a broadcast, and this has erupted a lot of upset, as you can imagine. A lot of people have been talking about it. It did happen a few weeks ago, and I didn't really speak about it just because I watched it and I just kind of thought to myself, do you know what, you just need to pick your battles wisely. And if we was to fight about every single thing, I think we'll get tired very quickly. And then Sideman's video came out and I listened to him, which I absolutely loved, and we're going to go into his video in a minute. It just had me thinking like even more. And hey, you know, this is what I talk about. I talk about current social issues, trending topics, and what is going on in our social sphere. So I thought, hey, you know what, let me talk about it and let me see what you guys' thoughts are on this, because sometimes, you know, your own thoughts might not be right, and sometimes we might look too much into things. So I don't know, let me know what your thoughts are definitely in the comment section. Like the video and obviously subscribe to the channel. So let's have a look at the details on that. Okay, so a few weeks ago, like I said, a presenter used an N-word, and guys, it received over 18,000 complaints. And in addition, the Ofcom received 384 complaints. So people were not playing, guys. Like, people really found it really offensive. And do you know what? Thinking about it even more, every broadcast, okay, on the BBC or whatever, any kind of presenting style is scripted. Most of the time you're reading off what you have been given, you're reading off script cards. So for somebody to even put that in the script is a bit like, the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, why would you put the N-word in there and the presenter just goes off and just obviously reads it, because that's what they do, they're just kind of reading whatever is on the screen. But it's like, no, do you know what, actually you're right, it is something to complain about. Do you know what, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. Okay, so Sideman, whose real name is David Whitley, said in a statement, the action and the defense of the action feels like a slap in the face of our community. And I love the fact that, do you know what, I love the fact that he was very clear in his videos. I will show you guys the videos, but I'm trying to move away from using other videos, just because I'm being really careful with my channel now. But you can always find the video anywhere. During the video, he obviously explained that, you know, he's the BBC One Extra presenter, which he has been doing extremely well. You know what, it was crystal clear, there was no beating around the bush, it was very direct. The use of the N-word being used by a white man in a broadcast like that, I think it's just absolutely wrong. He just kind of said the facts, he just said it how it is, and that is the fact, especially in this social climate that we are in right now. It's basically like you adding fuel to the fire, like it's you adding petrol to the fire. It's like, yeah, there's a little flame over here, do you know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna light it up even more. It's like, why would you do that? Okay, so a spokesman for BBC One Extra said Sideman is an incredible talented DJ. Obviously we are disappointed that he has taken this decision. We absolutely wish him well for the future. The door is always open for future projects. In the video posted on Saturday afternoon, the DJ said he believes change can happen, adding, I understand it's not something that is going to happen overnight, which is true. You know, especially with the Black Lives Matter protest, everything that is going on to try and bring change, we completely understand that change is not just going to happen overnight. You know, we're just not going to see the quality that we are looking for. We're not going to see that wall come down, but you can't endorse in something that you're trying to move away from, or that you're trying to change. Like, if you are going to be the change has to start from you. And I think that's why, like, a lot of people praise them for it, because it's like, you've not chosen, like a lot of people, they say, okay, do you know what, I'm not going to condone this, I'm not going to condone that, but yet their money is obviously a lot more important. You say one thing but your action says another thing. It's like you're working for a company that can just easily use the N-word, but you're still gonna stay and remain there. So I think his action definitely spoke loud and clear. So he says, this is an error of judgment where I can't just smile with you through the process and act like everything is okay. He made no apology for the decision, adding, I just don't feel comfortable being aligned with the organization. I stand. Like, I stand. His decision was applauded on social media by others in the entertainment industry, including former 1Extra DJ Dottie and Radio 1Extra DJ Mr. Jam. This is what Charlie Sloth said. I admire and respect you, David. Well done for standing up for what you believe is right. You're a king. This world needs people like you. Which is absolutely true. Okay, so this is what the BBC are saying. So the BBC sets out the context of the news report about the shocking attack on an NHS worker in Bristol. As we said, the word is highly offensive and we completely accept and understand why people have been upset by its use. But there's a but. Why is there a but, guys? Let's have a look at the but. In this specific context, we felt the need to explain and report not just the injuries, but given their alleged extreme nature, the words alleged to have been used, a position which, as we have said, was opposed by the family and the victim. Did that make sense to any of you guys? I promise you, I read word for word exactly what was on there. You see, when somebody is trying to cover up something and they try and make their sentence sound extremely intelligent, they literally glamorize the sentence, but it's like there's a simpler way you could have just said it. That's exactly what the BBC has just done, because what I've just read, I promise you, it doesn't even make sense to me, so it probably won't make sense to you. But basically what the BBC done is that they were explaining the situation. It's like they were retelling the story, but this is why, okay, so this is why I kind of bypassed it in the first place, because to me I kind of felt like they were just saying what happened and what the abuser, let's call it, the names the abuser was calling the victim, basically. So it's like me reporting, saying it's like if I was telling you guys a story of what happened to me, and I was like, so I was walking down the street and a group of these people started shouting at me, oh, hey, you N-word, like, do you get it? So obviously because the family had asked them to do that, that's why they went ahead and done that, but obviously they received the backlash. So to me, when I first came across the story, I was just kind of like, I kind of get it. Like, it wasn't like the BBC was being racist. Like, the BBC was describing the man as the N-word. They were describing the story which the family had asked them to do it that way. So do you think the BBC is at blame, or do you think that the black community, which are predominantly the community that were angry, as I take it, do you think that we've been extra? Do you? I don't know. I mean, I still stand by Sideman though, but this is tough. This is really tough. So the BBC said the decision was taken independently of the victim's family's wishes and was made by a team of people, including a number of senior editorial figures. In its fortnightly bulletin, the BBC said it had received 18,656 complaints. That makes it the second most complained about incident since the BBC began using its current system in 2017. Wow, that's crazy. I kind of get where they were coming from. I don't think that they've done it maliciously, but you know, it's a sensitive climate. A lot of people are sensitive, and I think a lot of people reacted very quickly without understanding the story. If it was the family's wishes, then it was the family's wishes. Like, what could have the BBC done? You can't tell somebody that's angry, upset, or in any kind of high tension emotion to calm down, because it just aggravates the situation even more. But I kind of do feel like black people, we just some before you come for me, we just kind of need to not be too defensive and not get offended too quickly. Do you get what I mean? It's like, not everybody is a racist. Sometimes we just need to understand the situation before we jump the guns. Do you get what I mean? Like, I've had people on my channel comment on certain things and literally have jumped the gun without understanding what I'm saying, and then when they realize, they'd be like, oh, okay, cool, I get it. But it's kind of like, but you've already bashed me. So before anybody bothers to even read through our conversation, they would have maybe already jumped on your bandwagon. So it's a little bit of a tricky one. For me, it's kind of like, I get where the BBC is coming from, and I get where Sideman's coming from. That's all I'm saying. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Please do subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care, bye bye.